Okay guys, the game has come to an end and FC Barcelona come out victorious in a 4-1 victory against Sevilla away from home. And what are your thoughts on this? Because if you look at the game, although we had control of the game, there was something that was actually bothering me. I'll get to that, but in the first half, when the game started, it was all nice and good because we were in control of the game. Midfield was good going forward, but we had the problem in defense because of the pairing of Frenkie de Jong and Pedri as the double pivots, because that establishes a defensive liability in the absence of Marc Casado. Because in games like this, Sevilla are a team that comes out to attack, so you have to stop their transition in course of that attack so that it doesn't lead to something dangerous. And we can see that that was what happened when they scored their first goal, because when we scored, it was a good build-up. Pedri initially started the play, and it was Rafinha that dinged that ball into the 12-yard box. And who was there to finish it? It was Robert Lewandowski, because this is a striker's finish. I mean, it takes a good striker to be positionally aware, to have that positional sense, to be able to find himself in spaces like this to score that particular goal. And that was good for him. 19 league goals for Robert Lewandowski, and that's good. Do you guys think he's going to win the Pichichi this season? Do let me know what your thoughts are. Also, our happiness was a bit cut short when Sevilla immediately scored a goal, and it was due to the attacking prowess of their front line. Luque Bacchio, Isaac Romero, and Vargas. That was a very, very good goal because they were able to beat our offside trap in this game. It was Araujo that was putting the attackers onside. I mean, we spoke about this in the last time, and I'm saying it again. Ronald Araujo is a player that you can count on when it comes to one-on-one battles. But at this point in time, I do not see Hansi Flick playing in that direction too much. So I would say that he thrives better in a system where you have to sit back and defend. Araujo kept the player onside, and that was how they beat the offside trap and they scored a wonderful goal. And this is what you get when you allow Sevilla to play to their strength. And they actually did it time and again. But the place I was having concern and I was getting annoyed in the game was the fact that Sevilla, they had more fouls committed than us. But if you look at the foul to card ratio, it is as if we were the ones being penalized almost immediately, because they fouled Araujo after the supposed penalty that they said they were supposed to check that it was a penalty, which indeed it was not a penalty because Szczesny touched that ball very well. They fouled Araujo, which led to his injury, and the ref did not look at that. He did not give any card, but then again he kept giving yellow cards to our players. I think we had like about 2 or 3 yellow cards and a red card. We'll get to that red card. Speaking of which, let us talk about the red card, because Fermin Lopez came in after the first half that ended 1-0. He came in and he scored a goal, and that goal was the goal that actually steered us to victory, if we are being honest to ourselves. Because after the first half, it was like we have to manage this game, and Sevilla, they were growing into the game. In all honesty, they were growing into the game, and it was as a result of Gavi's yellow card, because we all know what Gavi can do. He might be on that yellow card, and before you know it, he gets another yellow or he gets a red card. So Hansi Flick had to take him out, and he brought in Fermin Lopez. But if you look at it, let's look at it in 2 aspects. Number 1, Fermin getting the red card, and number 2, Fermin giving us the goal that could have, if it did not come, it may have turned out differently. Because honestly, goals change the mentality and the morale of the entire team, and it changes the tempo of the game. So when he came on, he did not, I think he spent a total of about 15 minutes in that game. He came on, scored a goal, and he got a red card and he left. That's like a cold performance for me, if I would say. That was a cold performance, because he came on in the second half and he collected Pedri's pass that was so amazing. That was a top-notch pass to find Fermin perfectly in that 18-yard box, and he slotted in that goal to make it 2-1. And as he did that, It didn't take long before he committed that foul, and initially he was given a yellow card, but then VAR went to check and it was overturned and it was changed to a red card. And that's a cool performance, guys. Comes in second half, scores a goal, gets a red card, goes down the tunnel. Anyways, guys, let's talk about the brilliance of Pedri, because Pedri is like the glue in this team. We cannot take away his influence in this team, because every time he steps onto the pitch, something is bound to happen. I mean, Pedri, oh my God, Pedri is a blessing to FC Barcelona. I just love the fact that he continues to deliver these performances, and it is evident that he is part and present. In fact, he is everything inside that Barcelona midfield. He's the glue, he's the engine, he's the core of that Barcelona midfield. And if you look at it, he does these things effortlessly. If you are going to press Pedri, you are wasting your time, because it will be hard for you to put him under pressure. He's not that kind of player, and I love the fact that he advances and he gives those important passes that gets to the box and he produces something magical. That is Pedri for you. That is a brilliant player that we have in our hands, and I hope he stays here for many years. It was not over, as Rafinha had to take his share in this match, because he scored a world-class goal. That was a very good goal, because he has been trying with his right foot to score a goal, but it did not work out. He did that in the first half with his right foot. Keeper saved it, although it was a bit of a clumsy save. But then in the second half, he tried it again in that tight corner. He scored that goal, and he has added another goal to his start. I think he has about 13 league goals already and 8 Champions League goals, and that's a wonderful start, coupled with the assists and all that. And Rafinha is on a mission. He is doing absolutely well, and I love that for him. I want him to be in this particular form. He should even be higher than what he is now, and I hope he does better in the games to come. So guys, what are your thoughts on this game? It was another brilliant performance from Eric Garcia. He comes in the defensive midfield. Like I said earlier, at some point the defensive midfield was having some flaws, in the sense that we were not able to hold back the transition of the Sevilla attackers, and that was what Hansi Flick saw, that he brought in Eric Garcia. And in truth, Eric Garcia actually did a good job. He put in the shift in that second pivot role, and he got a goal to crown his efforts in this game. So that was a good one for him. He performed decently. It was a good one, and I was happy he scored this goal. And if you look at it, I think Eric Garcia should not. I don't see any reason why we should be letting him go. If I reflect on the past, where Girona wanted to pay about 10 million for Eric Garcia, I get angry, because this guy is someone that is a brilliant player. Though he's not blessed physically, but he's a brilliant player. He can be able to give you a 10 or 2 in your team. And the game has come to an end, 4-1 in favor of FC Barcelona, and this puts us back in the title race, I would say, because we are 2 points behind Real Madrid and 1 point behind Atletico Madrid. We are still in 3rd place, but the gap has been reduced. So guys, what are your thoughts on this? What do you guys think would happen from here? Do you guys think we will be able to fight for the La Liga and eventually win it? Please guys, do let me know what your thoughts are, and let's talk. Cheers.